What's up guys? It's me, Anas Fikri, your boy DJ AFIF DJ Fikri, in After Hours, which will be live. Did you just dance?
No.
Okay. Which will be going live in 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
So 3, 2, 1.
Go. Okay, wait.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. What's up guys? It's me, your boy DJ AFIF,
And DJ AZAD with you again.
After Hours
Episode 8.
8.
There you go. Episode 8.
Episode 8, which will be our second last episode of this semester. Isn't that right?
Sadly, yes, our second last episode for the semester. Afif, how did you got time to reflect that the semester is going to end soon?
I don't have time for anything, man.
That's sad too.
That's sad too.
But it's week 13, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys had a
12.
Oh, the end of 12. Next week's 13.
This
Sorry. So I hope you had a wonderful Friday. I hope did you have class this morning?
Yep.
How was it?
Sleepy.
Sleepy as
I
everyone.
I stayed up last night.
I see. So
Studying.
modern problems.
Modern problems.
First world problems. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, just for quick context, today we have a bit of a shortened episode. Usually we start at 2:45 as we always would, but now our
due
slot
to some
is
circumstances we had to start at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. So if anyone still catches us to the stories that we put up very recently, we're going to start and we're going to end by 3 o'clock. So we have a short window of time to get ready. I'm still sweaty from running from the mosque and like getting pure concentration on the khutbah, and I was like sweating.
You're sleeping is now, right?
You did not see me. No evidence. No photos. Nothing happened. There you go.
Hold up. Alright, so we're going because of the short slot. So we're gonna get in quick to our first segment, second segment, third segment, which
as usual, we have our WhatsApp world. We tell about what's in the world and what's among the news, and also the globe. Yes, the globe. Yeah.
And second segment, which is Iium Intel, where we will tell you that what happened in last week in Iium, around campus,
and in the society.
Societies.
And last but not least, we have our newly introduced segment of unpopular opinions on Reddit, where we debate, pick sides, and let's see who's the winner. Last time, Afif almost did better, but still a win from me.
Because I accidentally agreed with him.
Yeah. So, well, that's
roll
the
back.
But that's the roll back.
Roll back.
The editor, whoever's doing this.
I'm right here, man.
Talking about winning by default, I would like to start the What's Up World segment with something very shocking. Up, if you might be interested on the first topic, it's winning by default.
Is it football again?
No.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, this week I won't be touching about football, even though there's a bunch of football happening. But I think I would be fair to talk about something else. Talking about winning by default, last week we did mention about PewDiePie's race against T-Series, and did you watch PewDiePie's latest video?
The one Happy Wheels?
No, the most recent one on his IQ test.
No, I didn't watch that.
And it was a why, if you don't know, last week I asked you. Last week I asked you something, and there he found a loophole to the race of winning against T-Series. That brings me to my point. Technically, PewDiePie has already won the race.
Of course.
The war is over. You know why?
Why?
PewDiePie's last week yesterday Reddit user WhereAmI180 found out that YouTube Music, a corporation, already passed the 105 subscription mark. 105 million subscription marks. That means that the race to 100,000 subscribers, 100 million subscribers, is already done by YouTube Music, a corporation. So by default, if T-Series were to, they won't be the first corporation to do it. So if PewDiePie reaches 100 million subscribers, he'll be the first YouTuber, independent channel to do it. So the race is over.
Alright. Oh no.
So T-Series, you're disqualified.
You're done.
Your reign has ended. There's no point of fighting against PewDiePie because YouTube Music has already done the unthinkable of 100 million subscribers. So there you go. And let's roll up that congratulations song, because your win is dismissed. Doesn't matter.
Roll the congratulations clips, please.
But It's
Later
censored,
lah,
I guess. I guess it's censored. It's not even in the system.
Yes.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
No
So,
worries.
I don't. So to the 9-year-olds out there, this is just for context. You don't do your part anymore. We've already won.
Yes.
I don't think there's anyone close to PewDiePie in 94 million subscribers, and RIP T-Series. RIP. That's the first part of the news. Or what's up, world? Afif, what you got next?
You know me. I'm usually the entertainment guy. Entertainment, which is the movies part.
I know something that happened this past week.
We're gonna talk about that later. Which
Later?
is Endgame.
There's definitely.
The Endgame.
We always mention the Marvel universe.
Man, this 3 weeks it's been talking about Endgame and
Yeah.
finally came out.
There we go. The hype is real, my
Yeah,
friends.
the hype is real. When you gonna watch it?
I planned to go out this weekend, but my friend went out with the other friends. I think I already mentioned this last week. I don't want to hash it up again. But you know, things happen. Sometimes you have to watch alone. Sometimes.
Who's your friends?
I don't have any.
Dear
Bro.
friends.
But like for real, Afif, get back into the news.
Alright, get back to the news. We're gonna talk about Endgame later, but this time we're gonna talk about the recently released still by Spider-Man Far From Home, which is Spider-Man giving a handshake to Mysterio, which is in the comics was one of the villains.
You mean Rey Mysterio?
No, not Rey Mysterio. I was like, yeah. that one no handshake lah.
Oh
like,
no, handshake would just be like
flip him.
Flip him. Nah, sorry.
Alright, so Mysterio, which is one of the villains in the comic books, but in this movie, it looks like Spider-Man is going to, Mysterio is going to be an ally to Spider-Man, which maybe there will be a plot twist somehow. Oh, spoiler alert! No, I'm not spoiling. I didn't know. I just theory time. So when we saw the Far From Home's first trailer, when we see that Peter Parker is going on a group trip and his classmate to Europe, and when in Europe, Nick Fury met him to tell him about an important mission involving elemental disasters, which we can see in the movies, in the trailers, a few earth, water, fire, air monsters. And then when the Fire Nation attacked, everything changed.
Wait, is that my favorite TV show?
Oh yeah, man, it's our favorite TV show.
I'll get back to it. I'll get to Avatar later.
But when Mysterio was in the trailer, he was helping. He was seen fighting the elemental monsters, which we can see that he's trying to act like he's doing a hero's job, saving other people's lives. So it might the trailers might not shown us enough. Maybe we have to see a new what do you call it? We have to see the movies ourselves. So that's
spoiler alert! Oh! Spoiler alert! I have to say something. Endgame. I have to spoil something.
Right. You know what? Spider-Man later lah. Maybe next semester I'll talk about it. But we go to Endgame first.
And the Endgame spoiler from me. Endgame is not the end. There's more Marvel movies. There's never gonna stop.
This is a phase 3, man.
That's the point. So for us who wouldn't know, I'd like to share a little bit of it. There's always going to be a new wave of superhero movies. There's going to be another Black Panther. There's going to be more Spider-Man movies. There's going to be everything.
I thought you said there's going to be another Black Panther. I was like, where did this guy get his news?
Wait, there is going to be
a new Black Panther movie.
New
Black Panther. I was like, who's the other guy?
Well, I can... No, I'm just joking.
Oh no, don't shoot.
Don't shoot. So that's just a little bit of segment. Afif, talk about Endgame. I know everyone's been talking about it. I think your ears are already filled with Endgame. I want to go and watch Endgame. I want to watch Endgame. No, please shut up. I'm joking.
I want to watch Endgame.
But Afif is going to see it. He didn't see it on the premiere.
Yeah, because I was busy studying and in classes.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
I remember calling him that night and he was like dead asleep. And I cakap, besok hang apa hal call? I called him because of the work and he was sleeping.
What work?
Yeah, the one I asked me to call you, man.
Ooh.
And you were dead asleep. What assignments are you doing, fam? You were dead asleep. There you go. So I've been exposed again.
Oh no!
But again, talking about Endgame and spoiling stuff. The Endgame campaign of don't spoil the Endgame. The whole campaign was launched by
Marvel Studios.
Marvel Studios. Is it Sony Pictures?
Marvel Studios.
Marvel Studios, sorry.
And also Sony
and it's always on my Instagram story mood. I keep seeing Tony Stark just like say, don't spoil the Endgame. I will.
if
No.
you've seen it, but your friend doesn't want to see with you. Oops.
Well, at least it's about friends rather than more than that. If you get rejected from like, oh, I don't want to get in. Yeah. Oh, this is
You
just
know
getting,
what? We're gonna get back to you lot after this.
Today's we're getting a bit more chilled since it's gonna be the last 2 episodes. It's gonna be to have a bit of fun. Afif, do you have what's next on your news list? If not, I have one more.
You know what? I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna talk a little bit about also Avengers, which is having a collaboration with the best game in the world. Credit to Arif Azlan.
We can't stop shouting him out.
Yeah, it's like
Such
our
a
guy.
loser.
lah.
I mean, my guy. Yeah, my guy.
No, you. Go. Okay, it's about Fortnite going to have a collab with Avengers, and yes, for the
The date game Fortnite?
Ouch. Yeah.
Just joking, my friend.
For those Fortnite players, you can enjoy, and also you're gonna double with this guy.
What's double?
Double.
Right, what's
Beat
the
up this guy.
collaboration?
The collaboration is that they're gonna have to have a new mission. I think not mission. It's like a new features.
Minigame?
Minigame there. And then mostly it's a suit. Mostly it's costumes such as a Captain America shield, skins, costumes, right? Skins. Captain America shield.
Use the right registers for the game.
I'm not sure.
It's in Fortnite, so you have to use the right registers.
It's dead. No one cares. Oops.
What other skins are there?
For now, they released the Black Widow skin, emotes, and also.
Isn't Black Widow using less skin?
You know what? Get out from here! Get out from this news! Get out from this news! Oh!
Get out of here.
So that and also I think they will be having Thanos again. I think the one last time.
Like everything. I miss quoting like Infinity War so badly. I'm sorry if I offend all of you fans, but let's get a bit serious.
To another news.
I think the last piece of news. Is it? Or you have one more?
I think no good.
I like to share one piece of news that is actually very devastating. It's very recent, ladies and gentlemen. It was a terrorist attack in Sri Lanka. I'm sure you have heard of it.
Yeah.
It happened the past. It happened past week. Over 250 people died by the bombings on Easter Sunday in in Colombo, Sri Lanka. It was again unfortunately done by Islamic terrorist groups. Yes, Islamic terrorist group which targeted churches and hotels in the city of Colombo. Unfortunate news. I've seen it circulate to social media. I think I would like to share a bit of what happened after the debris has cleared. Ladies and gentlemen, early on, the investigation by local officials in Sri Lanka estimated 100 victims' death toll, but the data was revised and over 250 deaths were confirmed. 254 by the quoted from News Straits Times and also BBC News that I heard this morning. And most of the victims were Sri Lankan, but also there were a dozen of victims from foreign countries, 8 from the United Kingdom, England. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Local authorities blame the Islamic terrorist group called National Tawheed Jamaat with the or NTJ, and news report BBC reports says that Islamic State ISIS has claimed to be behind the attacks by posting videos on the social media and the internet, but no evidence was confirmed to prove the claim by IS. So it's very unfortunate. Not only Muslim brothers were affected by this bombing attack, civilians of Sri Lanka, and also many Christians, Catholics were affected by this, and many interviews done afterwards. Over 600 Ahmadis, Muslim subgroups in Sri Lanka who were living rent by the Catholic Christian churches also have to be displaced and now are living in the local main mosque in Sri Lanka. and they were refuging, being refugees in the mosque. And inshallah, we pray for their well-being. And now the tourism in Sri Lanka has gone down, and most countries have been warned by the national body of tourism of Sri Lanka to ward away from traveling to Sri Lanka unless it's unless serious matters only. So that's the piece of news. That's very unfortunate to hear. My prayers and thoughts for me and both AFIF to our Muslim brothers and also all the citizens who are affected by the Sri Lanka bombings.
And let us all pray for their well-being, inshallah.
So that's the piece of news. I think the last piece of news, we ended on a little bit of a grim note, sadly, but that's what happened in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, there's also the unfortunate events happening in in Wales, New South Wales, regarding the the malfunction of the factories happening there. That was also reasoning this morning, but that's all the news we have today for the first segment of What's Up World. So we'll get back to you after a short break, I think.
Yeah,
very short break, and we'll get to you in a bit. Assalamualaikum, it's me DJ Azad
and DJ AFIF.
Get back to you in a bit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Welcome back, guys, to After Hours in our next segment, Iium Intel. That's what I want to say. So it's me again, DJ AFIF and
DJ Azad.
DJ Azad. We'll be talking about what happened in Iium. So since we have a short time, so we're going to talk about I think 3 of Iium's activities.
Yes,
so let's get on to the first one.
There's a lot of programs but it's one of the biggest that happened in the CAC last Monday. It was a whole event from the evening to the night time. It was the Islam Leading Model Iium 2.0 Premier Forum Series, where the topic of the day, or the topic of the whole program, was Malaysia as a model of rahmatan lil alamin and family institution as cornerstone of the society. We catch the second part of the program. The evening part was about the cornerstone of society, family institution, and the night part was the main talk was about rahmatan lil alamin. It's one of our university slogan. If you guys listening are Iium students, you would know.
You listen to Iium songs.
Yeah, Afif, can you give me that bit? Rahmatan lil alamin. I mean, together. I want to get into it.
Alright, later we'll put on the Iium songs.
Yeah, we have to put it after this, definitely. But there was 2 sessions from the evening. One was 2 to 4 p.m. and the night session was 8 to 11 p.m. with special guests. Yang Amat Berhormat Dr. Ahmad Samsuri Muhtar, the Chief Minister of Terengganu, who came with a big following, ladies and gentlemen. There was so many people who wanted to take pictures, and we were fortunate enough to be we were able to attend the night program at 8 o'clock because consequently our Usrah also was on Monday night, and we were required to go to the talk at CAC. So generally speaking, it was an eye opener technically for how the model of how Malaysian Muslims can adapt the lifestyle, or also the institution, the government as a whole, how they can institute Islamic culture in the society, of course in Malaysia. And people have always been asking about the debate of why isn't Malaysia using hudud system, and why are we technically a bit secular and we do not apply the wholeness. And to Dr. Ahmad Shamsuri, he did address most of these problems, but it's always about transitioning and also using the right tools in adapting. We can never implement a fully fledged what do you call that? Oh my god, I just forgot the word. Full-fledged
country.
Sharia law technically. I forgot that word. Sharia law without
because you don't even apply in your life. Oops. What?
unnecessary,
unnecessary flex.
It was but without having gradual approaches to it, because our country isn't fully a Islamic country by population. There's a very and we did not apply it since the start of the Constitution of Malaysia. So hence why he addressed it that way. So it was till 11 until 11 p.m. Brought to you by Ma'aruf Club in collaboration with many societies in Iium, mainly the SCC. SRC, Student Representative Council of Iium.
Missing the CFS live.
I'm not even in the SEC. I'm not even noticeable.
Oh,
I didn't contribute.
Right. You get
contribute.
one of the famous guys in.
But CFS was a short period of time. What's important is our current situation in Gombak, and I applaud the Ma'aruf Club for bringing together such a good program for everyone, and for us people who did not enjoy Usrah. I hope that program was beneficial. Doesn't refer to us, but
we do enjoy Usrah.
We very do.
Yes.
Our tu anak keep. Yeah, man, that was the best class. The best.
I hope you see this, and I watch your live too.
I did not, but we're still equal. We're still equal. So there you go. That's the first program out of the way. What's next, Avi?
Okay, let's move on to the next. The program was 8 to 11. Let's move on to the Subuh one.
Oh, the one that we all wouldn't go.
I went lah.
Really? Did you? Now don't you lie on the live telly. On the live stream.
Alright, so yesterday...
Your mother is watching, do not lie.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Don't lie to her and everyone else. Let's be honest here. What happened?
Yesterday, 26 April, yesterday's 25th April, they were having night forums, welcoming and planning for Ramadan, which they invited Brother Hafiz, Wan Zain Hafiz, a law student, Muhammad Rahmat Ali, who had a PhD in KICT, and also Sister Siti Nur Anisah Musa, who's doing her master in economics. The program started at 9 p.m. after Isha until 10:30 p.m. At the Shah's Mosque, conducted all in English. Yes, and also that was the forum on the night before. Then they had Qiyamul Lail. Qiyamul Lail were started at 4:15 p.m. 4:15 a.m. until after Subuh, and then I can't tell what they did because I didn't go because he just exposed me like that.
No, I didn't expose you. You exposed yourself.
Oh no,
you played yourself.
Oh.
You knew what happened. Come on.
Alright, fine.
Let's get it.
Next time I'm gonna get my cheat game on.
No, let's get our Subuh game on.
Subuh game on.
Yeah, Subuh game back on.
Alright, and the next morning they had a Subuh lecture after Subuh, which is Ahlan wa Sahlan Ya Ramadan, who was lectured by Dr. Irwan. Started after Subuh 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. and also at Shah's Mosque. And the program was brought to you by iMasjid, who always does this program, iMasjid, the iMasjid Club. And if you are interested in this kind of program, you can join them. And also they collab with SRC, Pembina, PKPIM, Harmony, and also once again our brothers Ma'aruf Club.
Ma'aruf Club. They're making waves in the Islamic society world. That's big, but Islamic society in Malaysia. But fun fact, what we got was like a smash reveal, it was like the Avengers reveal in ILM 2.0 where they announced the speakers coming for ILM Iium 3.0 where they announced all the Muslim Avengers.
I was like, yo, put on the Avengers teams, man.
They brought out Mufti Meng,
Dr. Bilal Phillips,
and I can't even remember now.
Numan Ali Khan.
Who else?
Numan Ali Khan.
And Mariam was there, will be there. And I mean, if I say the others, you would also know these prominent Muslim figures in Malaysia, notably. So I am actually pretty excited. I probably would go as well on my own will because for the Iium 2.0 we were technically forced to go there for Usrah.
True.
Hey, I'm actually interested. Oh, come on.
I'm actually interested too.
Yeah, because come on, we as Muslims have to be more promoting of our very own good programs.
Yes.
If the people who aren't used to these kinds of programs are not interested, then why are we doing this show? We're promoting it anyways.
Yes. Also, the ILM 2.0 was open to the outside people also. So I hope 3.0 will be open to outside people and they can join us and Boom.
Boom,
You
there
get
you
to
go.
spread the dakwah, man.
Dakwah right there. So from dakwah and to a little bit of entertainment, both happening in CAC. This is promoting Malaysian fine arts and performance arts by ATIRAH Iium. ATIRAH is one of those most biggest art clubs regarding music, singing, everything in between, plays,
Anything,
drama,
entertainment.
theatre. Technically arts as a whole, like there's poetry, everything in it. And their recital for this year 13.0, which is the Malaysian Heritage Preview. And it's been going on this week and also the next. And mainly the main recital would be on the 27th April, next week on a Monday. Next week on a Monday.
Tomorrow lah,
27th
27th April.
Sorry? What?
Today's 26, man. Dude, you lost track ni.
Oh, I think there was a mistyping here. 27, that means tomorrow. Oh, that's tomorrow.
Yes,
So,
it is.
so both you and me get to know the knowledge together. So, it will be at Riverside, Richamo. As usual, most ATIRAH programs will be there. Right beside the CAC, most IIM students will be accustomed. You can see it across the river anyways. And there will be many different performances from acoustics, gamelan, angklung, cat lempong, percussions, poetry, the Nafastari performances from the Pusaratan Club, Nasyid, and also the main event theatre. So, we have a bunch of friends who are in the whole the ATIRAH recital. We're probably very supportive of how they get to prepare those kinds of fine arts performance while having to do their work. Everyone has their work, ladies and gentlemen, but performing is another box of beans that we couldn't get into. And I applaud everyone who do it, and good luck. And let's go and see it together, inshallah. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
So actually there were the recitals for other different performances already happened by Monday the 22nd, but they're gradually every night, and the main event's going to be tomorrow night. So if you guys want to catch it, just run across the pond after you Solat Isyak to just go across and walk.
Wait, night lah?
Yeah, it's night
Oh, I
time.
thought it's like in the morning or something.
It's night time, 8 o'clock.
Oh.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the second piece of news. After you have one more before we end? No. So there we go. The short preview, the short but sweet review of IIM Intel. And we always have things happening at IIM. There's always something I'm very grateful for, even though I don't get to go to all of them, I have to admit.
Because they happen at the same time, you know. So it's like you can't separate yourself.
Yeah, I wish like next semester I just drop all the stuff I'll be doing and just do assignments, and then we can go to all these
I thought you're gonna say that like, we're gonna drop every assignment we have. We just go to every program.
I hope that as well. Yep.
Huh?
What's that?
What's that?
The L.
Oh no, live.
Oh, live. Yeah. Is it playing?
No.
Alright, just checking. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of IIM Intel. I hope you guys are excited to continue your intensity in being being fun. Go to good programs in this hectic end to the week. Everyone's been crying. I've been crying too. AFIF probably would be crying, but he cries on the inside because he's a man. But that's the point.
What are you thinking? Never mind.
No,
finish it. I'll kill your voice.
But ladies and gentlemen, please take care of your mental health by enjoying yourself. Not only getting bogged down by your work. Definitely work is a part of our job.
If you wanna cry, just go watch Endgame.
Yeah, I think that's a good stress reliever for people who aren't into the genre. Doesn't matter, but movies, TV shows, whatever you like to do, sports, whoever likes to do it. That's how you take the pedal off the gas. So gas off the pedal off the gas, pedal off the gas. There you go. So that's the end of the second segment.
See you right after this for our last segment, newly introduced Unpopular Opinions, a debate between me and Azad.
Where Afif cracks his voice all the time.
I thought he did.
Let's have a count. I think the editor, can you do this? Like, just check how many times Afif cracks his voice.
God, the editor's here.
That's next week. I think we'll have that counter on. Next week, I mean next semester. We'll put our backs into the show. And that's all for today's segment. It's me, DJ AZAD.
And DJ AFIF. Bye. I'm gonna kill him after this, so play the song. Listen to the song.
Ta'ala barakatuh. We're back again for After Hours episode 8 with me, DJ AZAD.
And DJ AFIF.
and we're back again for the third segment, one of the most fun segments we have. We newly introduced, and I think this segment will be interchangeable if we have guests. That's gonna be how our next semester.
You know what? Next semester we'll probably invite guests and play different games with them.
Yeah, we're gonna play different games with them as well. Probably do the unpopular opinions with them.
Oh,
it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be good fun. But let's not talk about the future. Let's talk about what's happening right now. And I have 2 questions so far, which is probably very intriguing. So, Afif, let's get into this. I'll like paraphrase this argument that I caught on Reddit. It was a day ago. It was posted on Instagram. Right. The first question is Instagram not good for the society? Afif, I'll allow you to pick one. The second one probably I'll choose first. Is Instagram a good social media? Is it good for the society?
I go with no.
You go with no.
I'm going with the opposition.
Alright. I'll lay down the groundwork. In this post they mention on that how Instagram is the most ignorant social media, where you just technically be vain and be a show off technically, and not regard any social media issues, any lifestyle issues in the social media. That's the most ignorant. If you see Twitter, if you see Reddit, if you see Facebook, it all has current events. It mentions what actually happens. In Instagram, you can be very vain and just post something fake throughout your life. So that's what technically the post was all about. Afif, you got some points in you, and if you're ready,
I think you go first.
I'll go first.
You go first.
So
I think I'm gonna rebut everything you need.
Thinking that I'll be the second speaker, let's just second speaker. I'll be talking that is actually good. Right, as a debater, even though I probably don't agree with it, I have to stick with it. Right. The main argument I have here is, what is the point of social media, Afif?
You share.
You share what you want. You share your opinions. You share your feelings, how you want to be. And the point of Instagram, before the stories happen, and the main purpose of Instagram was to share photos and technically share how beautiful your photos that you have in your daily life, or may it be just photography in general, because Instagram was originally built for photography. It was more like Pinterest, and not like Tumblr in a sense, not like Twitter. It was not text based. It was picture based. That's why all the captions were smaller. It was not the main point. The main point is how the photo was portrayed. And ladies and gentlemen, why I agree that technically Instagram isn't bad is because the main purpose of it is to serve encouraging beautification, encouraging and technically romanticizing beauty. And that's the point. Everyone goes on Instagram to show what's nice, give an uplifting more, even though it might seem ignorant, but that's the point of social media. You run away from your problems, you put your problems aside, and it's not about the discussion. I don't think most of the time people who post on Instagram use Instagram as influencing towards awareness. It's more, of course you can, I'm not disproving that, but my point is you use Instagram to display art or display your emotions through a nice way of photography. So that's my main point. Afi, what do you have to say about that?
For me, it's like when you say that Instagram is a social media where you share your is a picture-based social media where you share your pictures. The main point is the pictures, the videos, and all. So if they use the social media for photography, alright, never mind. What if they use it to viral something, a clip or a photo that is can be a fitnah. What's fitnah in English again?
Slander.
Slander to someone. So which means that a picture might not be something that really happened. You can see a person with a knife pointing towards for example, pointing towards person. It doesn't mean he's robbing that person. I mean, like, I'm just putting it in a context. It's just a joke. Okay? It's just a example. For example, you see a guy pointing at knife, and a real knife, for example, then to a person, you can post it and say that you're rob. Wordplay right there. A robbery is happening, but in the end, it's just a martial arts showcase seminar. It's just like, but the picture shows something. So that's my point. When something you use something to promote slander and something, it becomes bad, real bad, and sometimes it can cause someone's life to worsen,
to be affected
negatively. Yeah. So
But the main counter argument here is very simple for me. You're talking about how social media can be used in a negative light,
Yeah.
and how it can affect negative people. But the main argument is how Instagram can be used, can be negative, harmful. That's the point. If you use that point, it has to be worse for other social medias. And other social medias bring much higher bearing in regards to slander or offensiveness. Instagram's technically ignorance towards these issues is the best counter argument to that problem. Its ignorance is all about not about the worst things in life, but promoting what's good. And at the very basis of it, even though it's vain, I believe it's vain, but escapism is also a positive way of countering negative influences in life. Hence why Instagram serves its purpose in being a social media. Of course, it lacks the depth of other social medias, but it serves its purpose, and if you don't mix the purposes, it can be used in a better way. So that's my take on it. How do you respond? Probably before we end this segment.
Probably could just conclude that. I probably just from my opinion, with no sides. I'll probably say that it depends on a person who uses it. Instagram is just a platform. It's how you jump on it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so if you want to go higher, you jump on it and use it positive way. If you want to go slide lower, then it's your.
He's mentioning the DMs part. So there you go. Why?
Not slide into the DM.
Wise words from my friend AFIF. So I hope you take the discussion to heart. It's always about using it the best way. And I mean, as students, we kind of use it as displaying what we do. Simply put, I done this program. It was really fun. I put it online. I say, oh, the other nice looking plant. I take a photo and put it online. And at the very basis, that's how it works. Nothing wrong, nothing haram about that. But you just follow the guidelines and everything will be alright. Alright, so that's the first discussion. I think we have a bit left.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get to the final question of unpopular opinions. Now this one's a bit more fun. I'd like to take the first stance in this discussion that men should compliment each other more. I agree. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? But the main general consensus is that men have to be hard. Like Afi, who doesn't cry.
You know what? This is a popular videos. Should I take the opposite side?
Well, because you do agree with that. If you guys were in the break, in the early pre-show, he did mention that about yesterday, last week's show, he said we shouldn't compliment each other. We're hard men. So to the ladies, look who's the more gentler side of mankind. So I'd like to take the stance. The main argument: complimenting each other is not gay. There you go. That's what's in the post. It's not gay. Girls only do it. Mainly girls do it because it's a way of their sociality. Afif did a presentation of how women used compliments in socializing. Yes. Afif, tell us a bit and help my arguments.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna help this argument for once. So women, they compliment each other to maintain their social unity. So if you see women complimenting each other, it's them trying to maintain the social relationships, and they don't want to break each other apart. But men on the other hand, most men insult each other, mock each other, would say every word, every single profanities they have in their vocabulary, they use it, but it is not to fight, but it's to
boost the ego.
Boost the ego.
But that's actually facts from chapter 11 in social linguistics class we had. Afi presented it on it, but it's just general understanding and it's just general
you can be someone who accepts compliment, and you can be someone who wishes to have compliment from someone too. It's not about being weak.
Really, Afi? Do you believe in that?
You know what?
Look at this. He goes to aggression whenever we have a dispute.
Editor, bleep this thing.
Yeah. Now look, ladies and gentlemen, men should be more open to being nice to each other.
Men are trash.
Afif in general, Afif in general would use aggression and hard words in trying to settle disputes.
She's the guy who beats people up in karate class lah.
But that's arts. That's arts. So men should compliment each other. Afif, you've done a good job as a person, my friend. You're a hardworking student. I know that. You do your assignments well. You're a capable editor. You're what? What? I'm complimenting. Look at the argument I'm posing right here. I am applying what I say. I'm not a politician. So Afif, you're bad with time. Doesn't matter. But he's always on top of the game. He follows up all the time. He does the dirty work when people don't want to. That's Afif. Like, this is the compliment. And look what he has to compliment. He'll swear at me after this. So that's the difference. Men should do this
Azad
more.
is one of the best men I found.
Don't that say? Hey, wait.
Alright, I won.
So wait, he's talking about the International World Debate Oratory.
Iium World Oratory Debate lah.
Okay. And what's N?
And I know.
So ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the point. Let's end this discussion by a little bit of compliment. I think Afif is pretty pang. He has regular style, but I think it's enough. What else? He will go to long reaches to achieve a means. He would drive until 12 p.m. to get my McDonald's.
12 a.m. actually.
Oh yeah, 12 a.m. 12 p.m. is like midday. What else? What else can I compliment him?
Azad is the most hardworking man I've ever found. He'll do anything to achieve his objective, and he's good.
That's so ungenuine.
I'm bad at complimenting people.
So, but that's what we have to learn. Right. I'd like to compliment you. Thank you for listening.
You're the best audience ever.
Even though it's 11 people or less. The last time I checked, we had 11 viewers. So that's great. All 11 of you. I love you guys. I hope you guys really appreciate our show. And that's about it for Unpopular Opinions with me, DJ AFIF.
Which wraps up the slot of slot of After Hours
episode 8.
Episode 8.
So we're going to probably, I wish we could cap off with number 10. It's like iPhone X, like we just ended at it, number 10. Unfortunately, I think our last episode will be next week. I really have class that day. I wish I can skip it, but I don't think I can. I'm in a spot right here. But if not, you'll probably catch DJ AFIF. He'll be here.
I'll be telling everything what Azad will do lah.
Unfortunately, I mean, I wish I can skip class, but nah, I can't do it, man.
Doctor, if you're seeing this, can you let Azad skip class?
Yeah, if you could. Yeah, I mean, I love this job.
Alright, guys.
Alright, that's about it. I think it's enough of the cry time. So it's me, DJ Azad. Thanks for listening, and DJ AFIF, of course. We'll be back again next week. For the final episode, the finale, After Hours episode 9. So bye bye. Assalamualaikum. Have a happy Friday. Enjoy your evenings. Goodbye.